today. Blake, move your mic over here just so we make sure we get all the sounds here captured. Chili woke up this morning, it was drizzling rain. Sent Coco off on a passenger train. Heard somebody yodeling a hobo moan. Chili his daddy's been a long time gone. Been a long time gone.
Dang, it was good.
I wanted to debut that for everybody on the podcast. Obviously, there's more to that song, but we're limited on time here because we have other subjects
Somebody get that up to Chris Hennessy
to move on to, but there's more to it, Chili.
Okay.
But that's how the story begins.
Drizzling rain.
You had sent Coco off on a passenger train.
Uh-huh.
Nobody knows where Jeff is. He's been gone for a long time. Now, if you can only imagine what's about to unfold in the second stanza of that song.
I can't imagine.
And wait till you hear the chorus.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you it gets rough. It gets bad rough.
Nice.
So, I hope y'all enjoyed that.
Wow.
That was my first. That wasn't my best rendition, but
He played pretty good.
if you're gonna do it live, you got to take what you can get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you ain't got to be good if you're live.
No.
It's
More
just
about
gotta-
the experience.
It's got to be good when
Yeah.
it's put out, recorded.
Was that impactful to you guys?
Hey, I
Seeing me do that?
I think that was perfect to start off the podcast.
Okay.
That was big.
Made me
guys.
want to smoke a cigarette.
I think I've pulled a lesson of the week from it. It was so impactful to me.
Whoa. Whoa. Hey, whoa. What's going on over there, Paris James?
About to get fired, boy, quicker than you stood up.
You think them legs are sore now?
Might
We've
want-
already had to threaten firing Paris James this morning. And biggest news today is Cornbread, a.k.a. apparently the Reaper, has been officially put on light limited duty. Okay? Biggest news of the day. He showed up to work this morning, wasn't feeling good, and he is now I am officially deeming him as head of 3 of 7 Project.
Dang.
LLD, light limited duty. Cornbread, you're going to go home today. You're going to take you a nap. And then you are going to rest the rest of the day. You're going to rest your mind and your body, okay?
Gonna go in that long room and rest.
You're going to sit with mama. Y'all talk about old times. Make sure you get you a good meal in your belly. Hydrate, okay? And you can call me tomorrow and check in. And I will potentially take you off the LLD, okay? But let me tell you right now, you don't want to keep pushing and be put on SIQ, sick in quarters, meaning you can't leave your house, period.
I appreciate it, Bob.
So
I appreciate that.
everybody that's doing the Ruck Challenge, you will not be seeing results from the Reaper, not because he doesn't want to do it, but because I have put him on light limited duty, all right? If anybody that's doing the Ruck Challenge, if you see results from the Reaper, you need to reach out to me immediately and tell me where he is and what he's doing, because I'm going to go shut him down.
Yeah.
Okay? So everybody that's on the Ruck Challenge, that's how you can help get Cornbread back into a good position, a good standing health-wise here within 3 of 7 Project. It's a team effort because he's a hard-headed son of a gun, because I know what he's thinking right now. He's thinking, all right, Chad, you know, I would have been better off to have not told Cornbread he was on LLD, because then he probably would have actually rested. But what he's thinking about in his head right now is how he's going to go Ruck twice more than what he was going to go Ruck, because now he has been officially placed on LLD.
Rebellious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what he doesn't realize is that ain't going to work out well for him. He hadn't realized that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's going to come.
Yeah.
That's going to come. Okay?
I appreciate your concern.
You know, you're not working in the construction industry no more, Bubba. You're working for a Navy SEAL. All right?
I get it, bub. Thank you. I understand.
The reaper's been reaped, hadn't he?
Yeah, we have standards and rules around this joint. All right? And I don't bring them out much. I'm not a micromanager. But you obviously are not experienced enough yet at this point in your fitness journey to participate in fitness without having someone control you.
Good.
Okay?
Great.
Because this is strike
That
two.
right there will make me go ruck. Just to show I ain't being controlled.
Well, I'm going to tell you, buddy.
I'll get up and go ruck now.
This is strike two on you.
And
okay?
then what was strike one?
Strike one was your shoulder. Okay?
Well, arguably, strike one was ribs, but we'll overlook that.
Oh. You may be on strike three. Strike one was shoulder. Strike two was ribs. Strike 2.5 is right now. You're a half a strike away. The strike has been half drawn from you will no longer be able to plan your own exercise routine. It will be planned by the team, and you will follow that, and you will do no more.
Good, great.
Okay? Because I ain't gonna pay you, buddy, if you're just sitting around broke down like a dog, like an old dog. I ain't gonna pay you. Okay?
This ain't no construction job, is it?
Yeah, this ain't no construction job. There ain't no workers' comp around here.
I got you, bub. I appreciate it. Yeah.
That being said, I do want to get an update on what's going on with the Ruck Challenge, because I know last week was maximum elevation gain.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear what the standings were on that. I want to hear what's going on this week. By the way, for all of you that look, I want to hear about this because I want to hear about it. It's my dang podcast. I ain't trying to sell you a spot on the Ruck Challenge. You can't get in the Ruck Challenge, dummy. Yeah. It's sold out. It's already started. I want to hear what these boys are doing.
Brandon Rager pulled their pants down and spanked them last week. So
Maximum elevation week, Brandon Rager got first place with over 35,000 feet of elevation.
that's legit.
Yeah. Blake Alvin, Tom Brandon was in the top 5, 2, and 3.
35,000, I mean, given we say that's a big week, I could have gotten that in 30 hours. It took him a whole week to get
It's
it.
Tom Brandon, by the way. You keep saying Brandon.
He knows
Who's
that.
Brandon?
He knows I aggravate him. Well, it's interesting you said that because Brandon Rager in the chat here called you out on that and said, no, your time was actually 39 hours on that climb.
Okay, 39 hours then.
Okay.
That's what I took. I didn't take 39 hours to do the Cruel Jewel.
I mean,
Maybe I did.
No, you didn't.
maybe
You did.
it said 36 hours.
Let me look it up. Keep going, Cornbread.
You exaggerated the other day, another PR, but you did, in fact, do Cruel Jewel faster than 39. Oh, yeah.
Maybe he said 36.
Let me look up old
Nonetheless,
Chad Wright here.
He got 10th at Cruel Jewel.
Our buddy Cass down there in that flat land of South Alabama finished 7th with over 10,000 feet.
Yeah, but he found him a good hill, though.
He did. He found a real good
Who
hill.
did the worst?
The
Blake-
worst?
Why does Blake always want to know who did the worst?
Like,
Okay.
not who's
Yeah.
zero, but who did the worst.
Okay. For you, Brandon, Cruel Jewel 100 miler, May 18th, 2018, 29 hours and 26 minutes.
Yeah.
8th place.
8th, top 10.
I accumulated 33,000 feet of elevation gain in 29 hours and 26 minutes, okay? Now, I understand you're wearing a rucksack. I'll give you a 10-hour advance on that. You should have accumulated 33,000 feet in 39 hours and 26 minutes. But it took you all week. That's sad.
Look, you can't compare your race to the Ruck Challenge, bub. Like you allotted a whole weekend to do the race.
Well, he just did.
These people are, it's like me saying, oh, Chad, it's really awesome. It took you 8 minutes to ride run down your road, but when I get in my truck, I do it 3 minutes.
Okay, so Brandon won last week.
He won last week. So this week we are.
Well, hold on. Who did the worst?
Well, what is the worst?
Good Lord, Blake.
Not zero, but who actually tried and did the worst? I just like to know. Like, we got to see these guys need to be highlighted.
It's really not who did the worst. It's who has the most room for improvement.
Yeah, well, however you want to talk about it.
Well, Derek Brennan, which was on the Rock.
Yeah, he just did the rock.
Yeah, he had 217 feet. His feet was swole up for a good part of the week.
Yeah.
Before he even.
Well, yeah. So you
got
calling
after.
him out more than someone who
got
got zero?
He got a couple hundred.
Yeah. Hey, some people didn't even hit a lick.
Yeah.
You know.
Who didn't hit a lick?
Well, we're not getting into all that, Bubba. So this week we are in 30 pounds, most accumulative distance in a week. And right now, Tom Brandon is leading with 64.3 miles.
64.3 miles, and he's 2.5 days in. This started Monday.
Yeah, it started Monday morning.
That's going to be a big week if he stays on that pace.
Yeah,
Big.
absolutely. And last week's winner, Brandon Rager, is at 18.1.
Oh, my God. So Tom's buried him.
Hold on. The second place is 18 miles?
No.
Who's second place?
Second place is Blake Alvey. He's 61.5.
Well, Blake and
Blake's
Tom are
been
hammering.
Blake's been getting it.
61.5?
Yeah.
And what's
Tom? 64.3.
Oh, 60.
Dude, that's the whole time with them. They just back and
Yeah,
forth,
just
back and forth.
Yeah.
They're leading it. They're tied with 18 points
Yeah, they
apiece.
both have 18 points.
Oh, man, really?
Yeah, apiece.
Well, I don't see Tom's stuff on, I don't know if Tom's on Instagram or not, but I see Blake's stuff on Instagram. And what people might not realize is that here where we are in Georgia, and if any of you guys live in the South, I don't know if it's getting hotter or if I'm just getting older and I can't handle the heat like I used to. Does anybody have any insight on that? Is it getting hotter, Paris James, or is it about like it's always been?
Feels like
Same
it's
as
always been to me.
What do you think, Corn?
Yeah, I think it's about like it's always.
So I'm just getting older.
I think this year it's actually not been as far as the number of days as hot as what it usually is.
Yeah, we even
had like
that.
an 8-9 day spell where it was way cooler.
Yeah, we did have a little cool down.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, like yesterday, I ran Monday and I ran yesterday. I did 8 or 9 miles Monday. I did 11.5 miles yesterday, and that daggone heat, son, is rough.
Yeah.
So this guy, Blake, he's out here getting 20 plus miles a day with a rucksack on. This heat is rough.
Yeah.
I'm talking about bad rough.
You really think you're handling it worse than you used to?
That's all I can figure, man, because, I mean, I ran 11.5 miles yesterday, which is by no means a long run, but I now did it in the worst part of the day. But, yeah, I got done, and I was like, oh, that's a little much there. Maybe I'm not hydrating right. I don't know.
Did you carry any water?
I did carry a little bit of water with me, but yeah, I mean, all I'm saying is that as hot as it is right now, I mean, you it may not be doubling the difficulty, but dang near. Then if you were covering these same miles in mild temperatures.
Yeah.
You know, let me tell you something, Bubba. You think that's rough? The rapture's going to be rough.
We're gonna talk about that in a
You
minute.
think?
No, the rapture will be easy. Tribulation is where.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Good job, everybody in the Ruck Challenge.
You got nothing else to say?
That's it, man. It's it. Tom and Blake are neck and neck.
Who's doing the worst?
What's the next week?
Next week will be 50 pounds accumulative weekly distance.
And then after that,
You got that back-to-back weeks?
yeah. That's
This last
my
3 weeks
gosh.
have been literally a grind.
well. That's a good way to strategize for people. Is like how you gonna manage the full challenge, not just take each week at a time. Like you
Yeah.
need to have that in your head. Like
If next week is the same type of challenge,
50
but with a
pounds.
heavier ruck.
You got to think about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you try to put in 2 weeks in a row, 100+ mile weeks, oh, buddy.
I mean, Tom's liable to get
floating the
180
line.
miles this week. I mean, he really might.
He's small. That's his. Them small people, man, little people, you can't beat them.
The following week will be the fastest 3-mile ruck with 60 pounds.
So
that's
that'll
what they
be a
got
good
coming
little
up.
break.
Yeah.
That's what they got coming up. Dang.
What if you had a dwarf rucking? You think you'd be able to beat them?
Them small people live forever, man.
You talking about a midget?
Yeah.
You can't hardly break them. If you look,
I don't know.
if you Google me on Google, we did this. Some guy keeps messaging, telling me happy birthday.
Every
And
week?
he's done it twice in like the last week.
Yeah, he's asking, is it your birthday? Because I asked Grock, and he told me this
Who
was
is
your...
Grock?
You only got to send it a few times a year to get it right.
Yeah.
About 365, you'll hit it.
Well, apparently I was born.
Who is Grock? Who is Grock?
I don't know. That's what this guy's saying.
Last name 4? Yeah.
Oh yeah, and somebody look up what is the significance of 444.
Oh, I know that, bub.
Okay, we're gonna get to that in a minute. Okay,
Oh, yeah, I know that.
this guy keeps.
We had an angel here last podcast,
yeah.
buddy.
So hold that thought. If you look up online, I was born in 1983 in the month of August. I am also 6'3". I'm worth $2 million.
Couple million.
That's probably true.
Apparently I'm big into real estate too. Even though I don't own a single house, but I'm big into real estate. What else is out there?
You're retired decorated Navy SEAL that lives in an obscure no-name town in northwest Georgia.
And I just came out of nowhere.
Just come out of nowhere on to the Joe Rogan show.
Multi-millionaire,
Yep.
real estate mogul, decorated Navy SEAL, 6'3", born in 1983, came out of nowhere, just popped in on the scene on the Joe Rogan podcast and just blowed the doors off the earth.
Hold on, look. Here, how tall is Navy SEAL Chad Wright? Pulls up a personal information, says you actually were born in 91 in Kingston, Jamaica. And
This is another guy.
Well, it says here.
Huh.
It says here.
It says he's 116 kilograms, too.
It sounds like CIA.
Yeah, apparently there was some other famous guy named Chad Wright. When you Google me.
You got it going on, bub.
Yeah, man, the internet makes me look real
Did he have
good.
2 Ds?
No, that was a single.
Well, single D.
Yeah, you can't look at that.
Double D.
Okay, yeah, 444. So, I was looking at some comments from the podcast on Monday, and apparently, our podcast on Monday was showing us the open door that is before us.
It was episode 444.
that we are to walk through, because episode 444 was about end times prophecy, and we didn't line that up.
Yeah, no coincidence there.
That just happened. Okay, that wasn't something we pre-planned. So
Somebody did.
Many people are seeing this as a sign.
Really?
Yes. So I'm going to turn it over to my prophet, Prophet Chili, director of prophecy.
You wanting me to tell you what it's a sign of, or what 444 means?
I want to know both.
Well, all I'll say is the proof is in the pudding with this. But
Is this going to keep Paris James up all night tonight?
Oh, it might. It might. I mean, I think Paris James probably knows, like all good Christians, that 444 means your guardian angel's with you. That's a sign. You will start seeing 4s, 444, when your guardian angel is looking over you.
it's near.
It's the angel number.
Okay.
And our likes for last week's episode, or last Monday episode 444 was stuck at 444 for a while.
Really?
Oh,
It was literally dripping with 4.
dang.
Yeah.
Was it 444 when you looked at it?
When I happened to look at it, yeah.
You know, I think it was when I looked at it too. I think it was 4:44 in the evening.
I made a clip around it, you know, from that episode
the fours,
of Chad talking, and it was 44 seconds.
Oh my gosh!
Just saying.
Dang.
Hold on, I gotta look at that.
Oh, maybe not too close.
Dang. 44, and right now that clip has 42 comments, so
Just
it
give it a
may
minute.
get to 44.
Give it a minute.
Oh, wow.
Just saying, the 4s were everywhere, and yeah, you know, that is well known to be a sign that your angel's with you and something big's happening. Well known.
Who came up with that? That's the number of the guardian angel.
Came up with it.
Was that the Catholics?
What are you getting at?
Came up with it.
It's the way it is.
Okay.
Don't you get it?
Well, I'm now I need to know what this means for us.
Well, as you said, a door was opened. you said it.
Did we go through it?
Oh, did we?
Crap, dude.
Yeah, you went.
Look,
you went through it whether you liked it or not, and it gave you a condition. Put you right on LLD.
Look, man, I'm at the point in my life. I'm not trying to go through no doors, man.
Put you right on LLD is what it did. The message was for us to slow down. You know, this Joe Rogan interview heated everything up, you know, and you traveling like crazy. Cornbread was killing himself, rucking. You know, me and Blake are working.
We got the message. Me and Chili got the message.
Me and Blake are working so hard.
Y'all got the message years ago, didn't you?
Yep.
And, yeah, it said 3 of 7 project will slow down whether they like it or not.
Dang.
So we're being put to a halt, buddy.
Dang. We didn't even know it. Life's just happening to us.
I know.
It'll be rough.
Imagine how bad it'd be if I hadn't have got this message.
Can we go back through the door? Can you turn around and go
If
back?
you want to turn into salt,
Yeah,
That's a good
I
point.
remember
I
that.
dare you not look back,
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, that is a good point.
fool. Dolt.
Dang.
Well, now everybody knows.
That's all there is to it.
That's why I've been paying him for all these years. He don't do nothing, but just say, you know. But when something like this comes up, you got to have somebody around to interpret it.
Well, you need to allow it a lot quicker when it happens, because I didn't know nothing of it till today. You should have said, "Hey, bub, this happened." In case you was wondering, this is what we just did.
You're setting some religious folk off by withholding that.
I mean, I can only do it when the timing's right. What was I supposed to do? Tell you before I was allowed to?
You had a choice.
No, I'm not giving free reign with this, buddy.
Well, I wish you had a. Don't surprise me with that. When we walk through doors like that, don't surprise me no more. Say, hey, this is what happened, bub.
I'd have liked to think your eyes would have been open to see it.
It wasn't.
Well,
I didn't know of the 4s.
You didn't
Still on
notice
the
that?
milk, ain't he?
Sure didn't.
You still on the
That
milk.
episode was episode 444.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you could go back and edit it to 445
nope.
and just leave the 444 one out.
Nope.
Could we do that?
Yeah, you can. You can.
What do you think would happen if we did that?
I don't think we'd have favor upon us anymore. That's all I can
That's
tell
what
you.
I'm worried about.
That's all I can tell you.
Who came up with this?
Came up with what?
This number.
Oh, it's the
Apparently well known.
yeah.
Is this the Catholics?
No. Haven't you read it?
Is this the Roman Catholics?
Christian number.
Yeah, apparently it's well known.
Aren't you a Christian?
We have by way of the conversations that we have here on the 307 podcast, we have drawn out the religious experts of the world.
That's true.
We've drawn them out. They've been in hiding. You know, I didn't realize there were this many people in the world that knew everything about the Bible.
We've got one in the room here.
Who's that?
Paris James.
Paris James. Oh,
He said the other day he knows everything in the Bible.
well, just about that one topic, right, Paris? Just the topic.
Well, that's not what he said.
I just wonder why all of these people that know all of this deep, mysterious knowledge about the Bible, I'm just wondering why they don't have podcasts and YouTube channels, why they're withholding this information from the world.
Their door hadn't been opened yet, bub.
Nobody will listen to him.
Yeah. Their
You know?
guardian angels ain't pushing them through the door.
They've got the answers.
And
That's the
opening
problem, ain't it?
yeah.
Nobody will listen to them.
Yeah.
Right.
All these people out here, we all of us walking around, us normal folk, we're walking around, got all these questions, confused. We're studying the Word day in, day out. We're prayerfully seeking discernment. And all us normal people just walking around while there's all these people that have all the dang answers, and they won't tell nobody what the answers are, except through a piddly comment on one of our videos. The world's not going to see that, you experts. It's about time you start your own show so I can listen to it. Because I didn't realize y'all were out there.
They're going to come out of nowhere just like you did. And pop on the Joe Rogan show, and it's going to be on, bub.
Yeah.
A humble man from Kingston, Jamaica. He can do it. You can do it.
Yep.
I'm learning so much, you know. It's funny the conversations we have mostly just revolve around, questions and the reality that we don't really know much of anything. And the people that know everything won't even have a sit down and record a conversation. It's a sad thing.
I bet you a lot of them would come sit down and record with you if you want them to.
Well, am looking to get a guest on the 307 podcast. I don't know if you listeners can help us out with this.
Dang, you looking for guests again?
I am looking for a very specific guest.
How about that?
Her name is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay? I'm looking to get Marjorie Taylor Greene on the podcast. Now, if you've been a long time podcast listener, you know that we have spoke, how would you say it, Chili?
Ill.
We have spoke ill of Marjorie Taylor Greene in the past, okay? We'll admit to that. We were just...
Our hearts have changed since
Well, I was just fooling about when I said it.
Yeah, I was too.
Well, she's also
when you said what you said about
Her.
Marjorie
I
Taylor
was just
Greene.
fooling about.
Well, there's been some significant shift in the political thing, too, that would change the way people see her.
Yeah, so Paris James was telling us that she has actually left the Republican Party. Is that correct?
I don't think so.
She left Trump. You remember?
Well, Trump is the Republican Party.
Well, yeah.
She
but-
broke from MAGA.
Who's she with now? See, this is why I want her on the podcast.
She's with her, she's just independent
Rogue.
thinker.
She's rogue.
Rogue.
Yeah.
So there's got to be some way to message Marjorie Taylor Greene. And maybe you guys can help us out with this. Let her know that we want her as a guest on the podcast. We know we've spoke ill about her. We were just in the flesh when we did that. We actually...
We know you didn't watch
we were
Donald
fooling
Trump's
about.
feed.
Yeah, we were fooling about. We're looking to have you on the show now. And we want to talk about who are you with now, Marjorie? Because you were with Trump. And is she just solo now?
Yeah, I mean, here's my pitch to to bring Marjorie Taylor Greene on the show. We've got, like you said, an audience that can reach out on our behalf. You know, we can reach out, and my pitch is simply that we are her constituents. And
yeah, she lives in this town
That's what
where
I'm-
we do the podcast. She
I
lives in
voted
this
for
town.
We eat dinner sometimes at the same place.
Cornbread literally voted for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with MTG.
I mean,
boy.
he
Is you
literally
is or is you ain't?
He literally voted for her. We are literally her constituents, and she, by breaking from the Donald Trump MAGA stronghold on the Republican Party, has opened herself up to extreme scrutiny. Scrutiny, it sounded like corn. Scrutiny, and is, you know, possibly not going to get reelected because of it, on account of it, just for that. Not even because of any issues or stances. So,
Bet I vote for her.
you know, it'd be nice to hear her out and let her come on this platform with her constituents and explain
Yeah.
what's the deal.
The straw that broke the camel's back was the Iran deal. She wasn't hee-hawing with that at all.
Yeah,
Well, I'd like to ask her what she wanted to do.
Or that's when it become apparent.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we can get her on. Another person that wanted to come on the show was that guy that did that video about my interview I did with Joe, the Cannon Press guy,
Doug Wilson?
Doug Wilson. He sent an email wanting to come on the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
He's the Christian nationalist. He believes America should really be Paris James knows better than me, a theocracy, right? You wouldn't say that? I mean, iffy. I mean, I think he kind of wants, he's not a big freedom of religion guy. He more so believes that we should have Christianity permeate our government.
Oh yeah, that's the guy that said like you hit him with some hyper Calvinism.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but that's his stance to the best of my knowledge. Once again, I'm not totally sure we should have him on.
Yeah, we should have him on the show. We really
hear out his views.
Because I did hear, I heard, I saw an interview that they were doing with him and some of his associate pastors, and they were saying they don't believe that women should be able to vote anymore in the United States.
Okay.
It was like CNN doing an interview, and they of course they're trying to trap these poor guys, and you know, of course they ask them, should women be able to vote, and they're like, no. Actually the man should vote, and you know, it should be a household decision on who the man votes for. And the interviewer, the news lady, was like, well, what if the woman wants to vote different than the man? And they said, well, that's a great opportunity for a discussion, I guess. They're coming out hard against these women.
You hit that household vote this past year, didn't you?
You actually did the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm way ahead of them, by the way.
Well, actually, no, you didn't do the opposite. You said, here's our household vote, and not only that, you're going to go do it for me.
Go cast it.
I'm way ahead of these cats. Okay? If you've listened to this podcast for any amount of time, you know they're riding off my coattails on all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to come on the show, but I'm afraid I might just agree with everything he has to say, because I'm looking to have people on the show who I'm not necessarily going to agree with.
You and Parrish ought to do a podcast.
I thought you were looking to have people on that you agreed with.
Well, I was last week,
Okay.
but this week I'm more looking to have people on that I'm not going to agree
Yeah,
with.
you might agree with Doug too much.
Yeah, that was the only hesitancy about having him on.
You might talk about politics a little bit, but I bet it wouldn't be too long till you got into that high-octane Calvinism and just let it roll, buddy.
We could roll. Me and old Doug could roll, boy.
Pure, unadulterated Calvinism.
I like that feller. Okay. This week's episode, before we get into the meat of the conversation, is brought to you by our partners at Barbell Apparel. As a matter of fact, I wore my new Sun hoodie this morning on the run that we filmed. Chili's got the tank top version on. You know, a UV protective long sleeve shirt that's thin and breathable is probably my, like, one of my, I would say, key pieces of gear in the summertime. Because first of all, I don't like wearing suntan lotion.
I don't either.
Sun
No, that's
cream.
for when
or
you get burnt.
whatever they call it. I talked to who's them people that study your skin, fix your skin for you?
Dermatologist.
I
That
talked to a
vampire?
dermatologist the other day. He told me, he told me he don't even go in the sun, period.
Whoa.
Yeah, he straight up said he
vampire.
does not go in the sun, period. He talked like the sun was just going to absolutely 100% if you go in the sun, you are going to have skin cancer. Flat out. What he was talking to me about, right?
Wow.
So he actually, even though he doesn't go into the sun, for the cases where he does have to like walk from his car
By a window
to
or
the
something.
gym door or walk by a window or something, every morning he applies sun cream lotion.
Sunscreen.
He applies sunscreen every day. No kidding.
Yeah.
I bet he's sure enough clammy, son.
He looks like a vampire.
Really?
A straight vampire.
His
Yeah.
teeth are getting sharp.
Bet he's clammy.
You
Yeah.
bet.
I don't like wearing that stuff, but Barbell's come out with a new top. They call it the Arid Hoodie. Chili again's got the tank top on out of the same fabric, and I wore mine this morning, and it's a great top, man.
Yeah.
Because when you are out doing any sort of long effort, especially multi-day effort, the reason I call this my key piece of gear is because you can handle being out in the sun for a day and getting sunburned. Okay, you can handle that. But if you got to get up and be out in the sun again the next day and the next day and the next day, that sunburn will actually make you sick.
Sun bleached.
It'll make you flat out sick. And so you can't do it. So I've always, in my gear, during the summertime, most especially on multi-day efforts, I have a garment that has UV protection. And I've been asking Barbell to make one of these for years, ever since Cocodona, and they've finally done it. So check them out, barbellapparel.com. Not only that, but they have ultra shorts, they have jeans, they have collared shirts, they have everyday type wear, shorts and pants and stuff like that. And if you get anything out of this show, we ask that you would at least check them out and see if there's anything that you need to add to your wardrobe. They're awesome people with awesome products. Barbellapparel.com. You know,
What you got, Chili?
Well, I never know the details of all this, so that's always, that's great. But they have a free hoodie sale starting on September 1st. So
What is that? Labor Day or something?
yeah.
yeah, Labor Day.
So that's a good time to get your next barbell order in September 1st. I don't know the exact details, but you can get you a free hoodie with
Go on the
season's
website
coming.
and read it.
certain orders. Yeah, exactly. Go read it.
I am so.
You're going to need a hoodie come September
I am
anyway.
so
a
ready
thick hoodie.
to walk out my door and have to wear a hoodie. I'm just burned out on this heat, man.
Yeah, me too.
In the dog days.
Yeah, I'm just over it. I mean, I am so ready to walk out and have to wear a hoodie. Start me a little fire, on my wood burning stove, and
Sit down with your guitar.
play a little guitar,
Call old Petey over there. Get you a pet in or two.
squirrel hunt, deer hunt, do it all, man. What I'm talking about, we have so many great things to look forward to if we live.
Hey, turn that bottle. Show them that sticker.
That's a good looking sticker.
Can you see that sticker?
Y'all got keychains. Y'all got keychains in the store. New
Oh, yeah.
stickers in the store.
That sticker's live now.
That's a nice sticker right there.
Selling hot too, boy.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a really clean looking sticker.
Yeah.
Yep.
Might put that on my camper shell.
Yeah. No kidding.
It leaks.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Ever since this past Monday, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. This tribulation's gonna be rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad, man.
This next one, this one coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 7 year.
Yeah. And I thought I was gonna get out of it, by the rapture. But now that I've seen the religious experts weigh in on YouTube, apparently this rapture ain't even a thing.
Really?
That's what the religious experts on YouTube are saying.
I hadn't seen none of their stuff.
You haven't been reading it?
No.
You got to keep up with it. How you going to stay on top of things? Yeah, apparently.
Where do you get your information?
Not from YouTube comments.
You backing up, buddy.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, what are they saying?
Apparently they're saying this rapture ain't even a thing, that it's just something somebody that built a movie come up with called what was that movie called they said it come up with? It was a TV series.
A movie they built?
Yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You know what it is, Paris?
Oh, I remember Dwayne
Independence
was talking
Day?
about that.
No.
Taken.
Yeah, Dwayne was talking about that in the
Yeah, I
office.
know. I don't know what the.
Did he
With
say
Liam Neeson?
only
No, it's like a series.
yeah,
It is with Liam Neeson.
like Taken or Only One Left or something like that?
Dad, do you know what it's called?
I forget what it's
One
called.
Left
too.
Behind.
Left
Paris.
Behind.
That's
There
it.
you go.
Left Behind.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good job. Blake.
Apparently,
Yes.
people are saying that people believe in the rapture because of this TV series.
Yeah, Dwayne was like, people walking around, they walk in to see their mama, and they just see a pile of clothes there. And,
Her shoes and her dress was laying there and her Bible. Mama was standing there reading her Bible and she got raptured. Old boy walked in there and just seen her stuff laying. He didn't know where she'd went. And Dwayne said, "Well, I wonder what CNN's gonna blame it on."
that is a good question.
Yeah,
Who is this feller, Dwayne?
He's our buddy.
He's our
He's
buddy
the
in
head
office.
engineer.
Oh, he's a nice.
Well,
he's
I
a good guy.
I wonder if he ain't the one that walked in on me yesterday when I was trying to take a dump in that bathroom.
You didn't lock the door?
Did he say anything to you?
No, he didn't say nothing.
It wasn't Dwayne. He would have stood there and talked to you.
Yeah.
Because
he didn't say it.
you can't even take a dump in peace around here anymore.
Lock the door.
No, I'm not used to having to do that. We've never had to do that in here.
I'm in a public place. I'm not used to locking the door in a public bathroom.
This is a private facility, okay? I'm sitting in there. We had a call yesterday. I go in there to take a dump, and I'm sitting in there, and all of a sudden the door flings open, and I had already crapped, hadn't wiped my butt. I had to get up off the toilet with my crap butt, and push that
Walk
door
over to
closed.
the door and lock the door. It's like 8 feet.
First off, who craps and just sits there and doesn't wipe
with your
their
shorts
butt?
around your ankles?
Yeah, with a crap butt.
Yeah, it wasn't Dwayne. He'd have locked the door for you and shut it.
And then talk to you from the
I had
outside.
to go over there and push that door shut, and they pushed it back on me like that.
They might have just wanted to use the urinal. The urinal's
Yeah.
on the other side.
That's a good point. It is a 2-person bathroom.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that's why I didn't lock the door. All right.
Yeah.
So
But I
you just
pushed it
thought
like
you wouldn't
this,
let
and
them
then,
in.
and then they thought, I guess they thought something's on the other side of that door. They pushed it back on me like this, and
How
finally
they not see you?
Well, you know it opens.
it opens toward the toilet, right?
But good
So
night.
I didn't let it get all the way open because I popped up, and it was about halfway open. They could have seen me in the mirror there.
Yeah, I mean,
That would have been quite the sight. I hope they didn't have to view that.
yeah, I don't want good night. Yeah, that would have been quite the sight.
That happened. You just turn around and bend over. Just show it to them.
Crap! Whose instinct in
Literally
that
the
situation
wildest thing Blake's ever said.
No, that's something he would do. He's all the time pulling his butt out, hanging his butt out when we're trying to film and stuff. He's the only one that does
He
that.
pulled his butt out.
Look how red his face is.
Whose instinct in that situation is to bend over?
Show him the wombat.
That's something that he would do. It is. You know how he's always doing that.
I know why he's always doing
No,
it.
you know he's always doing
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Boy, get your butt out.
Yeah.
I finally got the door. He finally quit bucking me. I got the door shut. I locked it.
Me.
Hey, buddy.
And I yelled out there. I said, "Hey, buddy, I didn't lock that door. I'm in here taking a crap." He said, "All right then." And I never saw him again. I never saw the guy's face.
You think it was actually somebody?
Yeah, it was. It was one of these workers around here. Yeah.
These workers.
It wasn't my buddy Dwayne. He'd have locked the door for you. Yeah,
One of
talk
these
to you
workers.
too.
Well, I hope I get to meet him.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
So he's all about the rapture then.
Yeah.
He's sold on it.
Me, him, and Chili was talking a little bit about it the other day. And he was talking about that show, and then it led into, well, I wonder what CNN's going to tell the rest of the world when it happens.
Aliens.
That was my thing.
yeah.
Yeah. I said, they probably going to allow the aliens got these folks.
Alien.
Yeah.
So is there, obviously we know that the word rapture or whatever, first of all, when we start to look for an English word in the original text, obviously it's not going to be there, right? But whatever Greek word would be translated to rapture, apparently that's not in the Bible. Rapture. The rapture is a thing that folks have come up with based off of an interpretation of a single text or...
Yeah, called up. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things a lot of this
Okay, you're saying that's where they translate the word rapture is from called up. Okay, caught up. Because I don't know enough about the rapture or where.
Well, same thing with the Antichrist. With the actual word in the Bible that we now translate as Antichrist and our understanding of that.
A man of lawlessness.
Yeah, a lot of that is this ideology, like you're saying, the religious experts on YouTube are. It goes. This line of thinking has come with kind of reverse engineering some of these study Bibles. So, do you know what that one is called? That first study Bible that had when it added parenthetic notes and
Not Schofield, is it?
yes.
Schofield's been around for a long time.
Yes, I think the Schofield Study Bible is the very one that started to add some of these notes, change things, and it shaped people's understanding over time. They believe of the rapture and the Antichrist, and a lot of this eschatological matters because of like translation issues, and like you said, the called up and just it kind of taken. I guess some people think taking liberties.
Yeah, can somebody look up when did this idea of the rapture of the church become a thing?
Yeah, a lot of it I think might actually go back to that Schofield Study Bible. That's exactly right. Yeah,
because I'm wondering, like,
you mean where it come from in Scripture or
no,
the idea?
The idea of it, was this something that came about in the early church during the Reformation, like the 1800s, or?
This says the doctrine of the rapture as a specific and widely held belief emerged in the early 19th century, primarily through the influence of John Nelson Darby and dispensationalism.
Yeah,
that's Schofield Study Bible.
Yeah, Darby was
dispensationalism.
Schofield's. Yeah. I mean, I think there's something to that.
So it's a fairly new idea that comes from the interpretation of a single portion of text.
I think
Yeah,
First
around 8.
Thessalonians 4.
Thessalonians.
Yeah, Thessalonians 4:16 or 17. One of them.
Okay.
Verse 4:16. 4:17.
Somewhere in that. That's right.
Somebody
Yeah.
read that to me.
Yeah.
Somebody read that to me, Cornbread.
Dispensationalists have.
Let's see. You said
They've got it.
You said First Thessalonians,
Yeah.
Cornbread.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, obviously, I mean, I don't know the full history to tell you
4:17.
kind of the origins of all that, but it definitely relates
Is
to
that where it's at, James?
4, 16, and 17.
Darby.
First Thessalonians 4, 16 and 17. So this is where people get the doctrine of the rapture. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive and remain will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so we shall always be with the Lord. Therefore comfort one another with these words. Now this doesn't fit how I've always heard the rapture described, because this starts out with saying that the Lord himself will descend from heaven. See, I always thought the rapture was thought of as is portrayed by that movie series Left Behind, where all of a sudden, isn't that what everybody's always said? All of a sudden, all these people just going to disappear?
Yeah.
Everybody in the church is that's part of the true church is just going to disappear, right? And the rest of the world is going to be left about to endure this tribulation. Okay, well, if this is the only text that they're getting that from, and I'm sure all the religious experts are going to come back with 900 different texts where they get it from. But if this is the foundation of it, we see this is telling of the people who are living at that moment will be caught up together with them, meaning the dead in Christ, bodily, I'm assuming. And in the clouds will meet the Lord in the air, and will always be with the Lord. That don't sound like that sounds like when it's all done with to me.
A lot of the big message with this is typically tied to a pre-tribulation rapture.
That's right.
So
that's
I mean,
why the way I've always understood it.
Yeah, that's kind of a big tenet of it, is that, Christians ain't going to have to deal with that tribulation. You're going to get raptured up right before that happens, buddy. Don't you worry. Some do say midway through. There's definitely, there's pre-trib, mid-trib, post-trib. I mean, there's all of it, but a lot of this view we're talking about is heavy on the pre-tribulation.
Regardless, it's going to be rough.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it ain't going to be rough for nobody if we ain't going to be around.
Well, for the ones that are there, it's going to be rough. Yeah.
Well, Dad, you're actually talking about the Great Tribulation. Because the first little bit of the tribulation is going to look real good, apparently. When the man of lawlessness begins to establish peace.
Yeah, when he makes his covenant with Israel.
One world unity. All this, right?
The first 3.5 years.
Yeah.
The mark of the beast.
Yeah.
And then that last 3.5 years, I think that's what we would be traditionally called the Great Tribulation.
Yeah.
That's when everybody's like, "Oh, this guy is actually evil."
Right.
And everything.
Well, not everybody will be.
That's true.
Yeah. They're going to be like, "Oh, he's the Messiah. Look at what he's done."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
I ain't well diversed in it, but I heard that preached every Sunday from the time I was old enough to remember to about 14, 15.
Every Sunday?
Yeah. Then I went to church. Yeah. In the church I went to.
Well, it's not a bad thing to preach. Therefore, comfort one another with these words.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a bad thing to preach.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds this is good news right here. The Lord is descending.
Yeah.
The dead in Christ, meaning believers who have died, are going to rise up, be bodily resurrected into their new bodies. Okay? then we who are alive and remain are caught up with them. We're changed in the twinkling of an eye.
Yeah.
Our mortal bodies put on immortality. This is great news right here. It's a good news to preach. Now, I think if you're preaching it as if you know as a matter of fact that this is going to be your deliverance from having to suffer through the tribulation, well, I don't know where you're getting that from.
Right.
Well, I think a lot of this is a good thing, but I just think a lot of words preached and messages delivered and doctrine formulated is not based on the actual seeking of truth. It's based on a message of hope specifically for this existence on this earth. Mm-hmm. I really do think that you see that thread through a lot of words is people want there to be hope that this life will be okay and that suffering in this life will be lessened. Mm-hmm. Like they want hope for that instead of hope. Like when we talk, like, you know, we don't talk about a hope that we have that anything on this life will be anything. The hope is for after we die. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we don't have, or if you do, I think it's ill-fated that you have hope that your life on this earth will be anything special or grand or great or limited suffering. Like you may have hope for that, but that's not promised. But the hope is found in, you know, your salvation after death.
I agree. You know, a lot of people will make the case, or I've heard people make the case about this whole idea of the rapture, and they've said there's no way that the Almighty is going to put His people through that.
Well, there you go.
There's no way the Lord's going to let His people suffer through through that tribulation, right? You heard that people say that, Dad?
He's going to unleash His wrath.
Yeah. Yeah, he said people.
I don't believe He's going to release it on His.
We need to get Dad a microphone. Y'all can't hear what he's saying. Yeah, well, it's just it's interesting to me that the early church, apparently historically, it is known that the early members of the church were slaughtered wholesale to the point that they were being used as lanterns to light the streets. They would tie them to stakes for being Christians and light them afire and use them as torches to light the streets. And we look at the persecution that the Lord has allowed His people to suffer through since the very, almost immediate days preceding the resurrection of Jesus Christ, from the stoning of Stephen on through the persecution of the church through, hundreds and hundreds of years.
Well,
even in places today, I mean, even the Apostle Paul says, for your sake, we're slaughtered all the day long. And it's like, how are you making a case that the Almighty is not going to let you suffer through this period of time because you're part of the church?
Well, the difference is that they're being punished for the sake of Christ and not being punished by Christ. So if Dad's saying that God is going to release His wrath on the world at that time, it's almost like makes you think back to the flood where He released His wrath on the world then, and then the rainbows, and says like, hey, I won't flood the earth again. Is that mean like I won't unleash my wrath on my people again?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Dad. You're talking about the 7 bowls that are pouring out upon the earth. The 7 seals. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Speaking of the rainbow, I was actually reading the other day in Genesis. I think it was in preparation for Resurrected when I was reading when the Father looked down at men and saw the wickedness of men, and that man's heart was only evil continually. And, the flood comes. The rainbow is a sign of God's covenant between him and man, that he will never again destroy the earth by water. Boy, we've gotten a long ways from that, hadn't we? And I was thinking about how far we've gotten from that. And I was driving here to do Resurrected and saw a rainbow. And I thought, that's cool, man. That's a sign of God's covenant with all the earth, that he will not again destroy the earth by water.
And usually comes around rain,
It comes around rain, because that's how it is, right?
Yeah.
They say, a lot of scientists say that flood changed, and I get this, that flood changed the entire atmosphere. I've heard a lot of people say that before the flood that it didn't rain like it rains now, that everything was watered off of dew or a mist or something.
Well, that's why they thought the flood was so absurd in the beginning, right? Noah was building
because it didn't
the ark.
rain like it did now. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I saw that rainbow. I thought, how far are we? It's something that the homosexuals have hijacked, a symbol of God's covenant to not destroy the mankind by water, and they have turned that into a symbol of sodomy, of absolute sexual perversion in every way, shape, or form in the imagination of man's mind. They've hijacked a sign. You talk about wrath, buddy.
Yeah.
Good night.
It's going to be rough.
I'm glad I was spared from homosexuality. Seriously.
I'm glad you are too.
They said it was going around my town when I was younger. I beat it.
It's like polio.
Then
Ain't
make
nobody
a
come up-
shirt about that.
Nobody need to come up with a vaccine for homosexuality.
I beat it.
Good night. So, we don't know necessarily that this whole rapture thing is going to be the way we think it's going to look. Is that safe to say?
I don't think
That's safe to
anything
say.
that we think is going to look a certain way when it happens, we're going to say, I didn't really expect it to look like that.
I'll tell you what, Blake, you have really got to figure out how to get Paris James a mic, okay? You got to figure out how to run a mic line to him. Look at him. He's over there thinking right now. Look at him.
Always chomping at the bit
You
to
got
say
to run the
something.
mic over there to him one of these days, man. Are y'all what?
I just told him this turned into a cornbread and chili type show right here.
Really?
Getting wild.
When you said you was spared from the gayness, and Chili didn't get bit by the gay demon when he was a kid in his town.
It was going around.
I think it's still going around. Last time I went to Chattanooga, maybe it ain't going around no more. Maybe it just took over everything.
It may have.
All these big cities.
Like kudzu.
Yeah, all these big cities is eat up with it. The homosexuality.
Oh, it's in the small ones too, son.
Yeah.
Roll up there about that Trine Walmart.
Bunch of homosexuals.
Yeah, holy smokes. Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's rough. Sure is.
The fact that you would hijack a sign that is meant to be a covenant by the Almighty to not destroy man on account of his wickedness ever again with water, the fact that you would hijack that shows evidence of a completely reprobate mind. I mean, that's bad. You, buddy, you are messing around with something big right there.
Meddling in the bad pot.
Yes, you are. Yes, you meddling on something bad.
Yeah.
Do not do that. Okay?
All right.
This is an exhortation. Do not do that.
I agree.
So, this tribulation,
We rough.
you can, I guess, read about the tribulation primarily in the book of Revelations, right, Dad?
And
7
Matthew,
seals,
huh?
7 bowls.
Oh, well, yeah.
As all that unfolds, man of lawlessness, all this, you can read about all that. How is the apocalypse categorized?
In the Bible?
I mean,
Is the apocalypse the same as the Great Tribulation?
well, if you're asking me, I've always referred the apocalypse as just kind of the entirety of all that. But I mean, that's just what I would say.
So
I got a head
people-
nod from Paris James, so I must be on.
So they people kind of see it as one and the same, the apocalypse and the Great Tribulation.
Well, there's even like non-believers that are expecting an apocalypse.
I think that's the secular term for
I
it.
mean, that's a
what I mean?
broad term for the
okay.
end of the age.
The end
you know?
of the age, okay.
Like they
Yeah.
talk about the zombie apocalypse even.
Yeah.
But like the end of the age before the tribulation and all that, that's the end of man's rebellion against God. God coming and saying, "All right, my wrath's upon you now." The apocalypse is like the end of the world, the earth being destroyed,
fire.
exploded. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people non-believers that are expecting an apocalypse.
I was having a conversation the other day with some secular city people, and the topic of the apocalypse
Get around
came
them
up.
and your nose will burn.
Yeah. The topic of the apocalypse came up. So I wonder if that is not a secular term.
Yeah, they're not
For-
going to say the tribulation.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, these city people, they're well-to-do. They started talking about the apocalypse and what they were going to do when the apocalypse went down. And I said, look, I'm going to tell y'all something a wise man told me one time. Since y'all contemplating on this apocalypse, I said, let me tell y'all, all of y'all, something right now. We're sitting at a dinner table. So a wise man told me this one time. This applies to all y'all. If the apocalypse comes, this is what you should do. Strip down, butt naked, walk out your front door, and lay prostrate in your yard. And they said,
Face up.
face up. They said, well, why would I do it butt naked? I said, because essentially you are trying to die as quickly as you possibly can without killing yourself. And so if you wear clothes out there, it's just going to prolong your misery. So lay out there naked
Well said.
so that you will die faster without having to kill yourself, because you are not going to make it, city person, through this apocalypse. I apologize to break the news on you, but that is the words of a wise man told me one time. That is your course of action.
What about all their ready hour food they've got stored up?
They can lay on that if they like.
You can just lay there and eat it naked.
No, don't eat it. That'll extend it.
How do you lay prostrate? What is that?
Getting horizontal.
Flat.
Oh, okay.
You know, like them. We watched that videos of them Catholics did on that pillow.
Yeah,
You know, let angels prostrate fall.
I got you. Yeah,
So
You know.
yeah.
what they don't understand, look, okay, let's even just say that this isn't the tribulation or the apocalypse. Let's just say the stock market collapses and the whole country crashes, right? Ain't the end of the world. It's just the end of the first world. Mm-hmm. Most of you are useless in any way, shape, or form because you have not spent any of your life learning to do anything except for type on a computer. And your computer will no longer help you.
Will no longer work.
Yep, it will not work, nor will it help you. And so most of you are going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to say, well, I know a friend who, has been storing up guns and ammunition and knows how to hunt and knows how to do all this redneck stuff, fish and butcher animals and all this. And so I'm going to go over to that friend's house and I'm going to team up with them. First of all, you ain't going to get there. You ain't getting out of your city. But if you do get out of your city, when you show up to your friend's house who has spent parts of his life learning how to do things like shoot guns and hunt and do all this stuff that actually is a life critical skill, and you say, hey friend, I'm your buddy that used to do your accounting. Can I come in and eat some of your food, and will you teach me to survive?
Please. So, you got to be nice about it.
Your friend is going to point his gun at you and say, please, go away.
You better get out in that front yard and lay prostrate.
Or you might get to your friend's house and see a pile of clothes
Yeah, you might.
where he used to be.
Believe that. True that.
So you don't think that everyone will rise to the occasion? The city people you're talking about at large will rise to the occasion and get themselves out of that quagmire that they find themselves in?
You never rise to the occasion. Human never rises to the occasion. He falls back to his highest level of training.
It's a great quote.
So I'm here now exhorting you that if you are fat, if your fingers are calloused from all of your keyboard time, if your eyes are bad and you wear glasses, if you do not know how to hunt, shoot, kill, fight, grow food, or any other skills, navigate, build something useful, I am exhorting you to take time away from your computer and learn something that is actually useful to humanity.
Go ahead and get your eye surgery now.
Get that LASIK now.
Seriously.
Get it now.
The best way to learn to fight is to fight. So get up off your computer right now and go punch your boss straight in the face and get in a fight.
Whoa, Corn. Whoa.
Take time away from your computer.
Stock up on your bear.
If you want to learn how to fight, you do it in a civilized way, okay? Like Blake does with that stupid jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, and all you people who rely on all this aspirin and all this medicine, you better stock up.
Yep. Stock up on your vitamins, blood pressure medicine, all that.
Have your neck surgeries done.
So I just wanted to put that out there for y'all because it was something I talked to them city folks about the other day, and I want to exhort you guys to start getting, get yourself in shape, man. Learn how to do something useful.
What do they think you should do?
What do you mean?
What was their plan for the apocalypse? Did they have an idea?
Yeah, they want to come to my house.
Oh.
I said, no, I'm just going to be honest with you right now. No. N-O. I don't want you to be surprised when you show up. You know what I'm saying?
Here, accountant. Just because we're buds now,
Yeah.
things change.
Look, if I need taxes done
Yeah.
anytime soon, I'll call you.
Please let me in. I can do your taxes. Yeah. Okay. Do y'all think that, the first world is going to fall before the end?
I really don't.
I don't either.
I've said it for a long time. I think there will be, periods of economic recession and depression, and things will look differently than they do now and come in waves. But like, you know, we're moving to more city. Like the order of things has to maintain to a certain level to accomplish the end that I think is coming to bring the ultimate end.
Smart city.
The smart city, like I think it's going to go the opposite direction and push everybody out from any other living situation, and you know, only then will it actually kind of collapse and end, and that's probably going to be the end. You know what I mean? Like nothing to come out of.
I'm wondering in the Great Tribulation how much of you know how I don't know if people understand this or not, but you know how obviously the Almighty is a supernatural being, but many times He works through the natural in order to bring about His will. I'm wondering how much these nuclear bombs ain't gonna play into that.
I was thinking
That Great Tribulation.
I was thinking the exact same thing as Chili was talking, the nukes. It's like either that goes along with what you said, the smart cities, and they get disabled for the things that is prophesied about the tribulation to happen, or they're not even real. Because when you think about like Armageddon, if a nuclear war broke out and all those nukes were fired, everything would be eliminated to begin with.
Yeah, it would destroy the earth many times.
The whole
over.
earth. So either they get shut down somehow to where they all can't be used that way, and maybe some of them are.
Well, why do they have to all be used? Couldn't you just?
That's why I say maybe
Yeah.
some of them are.
I don't think they got to be
for
shut down.
everything things to be eliminated by far. But my thinking is, and this might just be crazy thinking, if China nukes us, we nuke China, then somebody else says, oh, well, they're nuking. We got to nuke somebody else. I think it would just be a rapid bam, 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 bam. Because once one country is totally eliminated, Russia's biggest allies eliminated, then they're going to take us over. Like, we got to help them. So they're going to shoot their – no war now, like when it talks about wars and rumors of wars, if you – some of the Greek terminology like translate into specific world wars. No war now is not a world war. Like you look at Russia and Ukraine, all the support that the Ukraine's getting from everywhere. Russia's getting from North Korea and Iran. North Korea's even sending troops. Like
Yeah, because the global connectedness of
every war
world,
is literally a world war. Though it may not be American troops on the ground or whatever, it's funding from this and funding from that, and you know more about that stuff than any
other
of us.
countries are involved by proxy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't see how if one or two were launched that it just don't start the gambit of everything being launched.
Yeah, who knows? It might. But, I mean, that's kind of the theory of mutually assured destruction.
Yeah,
Well, that's a theory. We got no idea what would happen if we use a bomb again.
exactly.
I mean, we've used one before, and nothing happened because nobody else had it.
Nobody else had it.
But how are we supposed to? I mean, it's all theory.
Yeah.
We have no idea what would happen.
Yeah, and it's all theory that there's that many of them.
I mean, we use tactical nukes, but
it's theory that there's hundreds upon hundreds of them held by other countries as well.
well, we've talked about that, you and me, because I've said many times, I'll repeat that line, you know, we have enough, the world has enough nuclear bombs to destroy everything. Well, I don't know that bigger than I know anything. That's just what people say.
And it's not like there's a third party inventorying
Yeah.
the nukes of the world.
Yeah, I don't have a clue. There may not be one. I mean, you could go potentially look back at what we dropped on Japan, and that wasn't actually the nuclear bomb that we claim it was.
Right.
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying that may have been something that, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what we got. It ain't like I've went and checked. But I say it like I know, you know. Oh, we got enough to destroy the whole world. Might not have nothing.
But that's just my human mind thinking of how it could possibly play out. It really doesn't mean anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, if all these, if we have, it's funny to think that humanity has the ability to destroy all life on earth,
And they haven't.
and they haven't.
Right.
I mean, you ever thought about that?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Humans have the ability to destroy all life on Earth. That's something to think about right there.
I guess we do.
Well, yeah, according to
Yeah.
the common belief, right?
I mean, you could argue that that's why we haven't done it yet, is because we don't actually have that ability. And that if we do possess that ability, we'll do it.
Well, I don't think they would want to do it. The people in power want control, and if everybody's
Yeah,
dead,
I agree with that
who's there to
too.
control?
Why would you want to do that?
I mean,
Not
even
only
if
is
it's,
everyone dead, but the landscape becomes useless.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
they can't even survive.
Yeah, I mean, there's all this talk about like, well, the billionaires will be fine. They've got their bunkers. And it's like, well, say somebody does have a bunker. What are you going to do if the world is entirely destroyed?
yeah,
Crawl out of it and go, well, guess I'll rebuild here.
yeah,
I mean, it's useless.
right.
When you're talking about the level of that destruction, what are you talking about, a bunker?
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
You live in there a month at best.
yeah. You might as well be laying down there naked.
Then you come out
Yeah.
and you get radiation poisoning.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not even if the whole world is literally burnt up. I mean, that's just if like most countries are just destroyed and most people are dead. Once again, what good is your bunker?
Right.
I'm just saying from a total theoretical, philosophical standpoint, if this part of this wrath of the Almighty isn't or hasn't been stored up in these nuclear bombs that are on Earth, as he
Well, that could be how he
basically
carried
works
it out.
his will,
Right.
supernatural will through the natural. And so we see this supernatural wrath of God as like the stars falling and like some supernatural event, whereas it actually somewhat in portion or in whole actually occurs through natural things that we understand.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
basically
I'm
how
saying?
it always comes about. I mean, how was that any different than the flood destroying the world with water? I mean,
Yeah.
it was rain. That's as natural as I mean, you know, and it there's nothing that prohibits it from being man's own doing with bombs that could set the world ablaze.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be destroyed by fire, right?
Yeah. And that's how a lot of the people that's going to believe the Antichrist is the Messiah is by seeing and believing and like really nerding out over the supernatural that him and his prophet are supposedly going to be able to do. So put everything into the Word of God and don't get wore out with that supernatural. That's a really good point about the flood and the possibility about that. It could be natural things. Stay in the Word of God. Those people are going to be tricked because of the supernatural.
Well, that's interesting. You don't think most people think that it would be through a natural cause like that? Because I've literally always thought that. I mean, when it says you will never destroy the earth with water again, but the earth will be destroyed by fire next time. I thought that meant it's going to be set afire.
I think people's picture of it
That's
when
interesting.
they read about the Almighty's wrath being poured out upon man in Revelations, their picture of it is this supernatural process, like hellfire and brimstone raining down from the cosmos onto the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, how do you picture Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed? That's how I've pictured it.
Well, I mean, but even that could have just been, quote unquote, natural things triggered by
Yeah.
yeah, I don't.
Or somebody had a bomb back then.
I mean, if a huge flaming asteroid or meteor, whatever you call it, hits the earth, I mean, how is that not natural? I mean, that's happening all the time.
Yeah.
I think the Lord created the entire universe, not just this little earth, and there's crap going on in space all the time that we don't understand, and it seems really random and like, well, what is that? There's literally like whole planets and suns like exploding and blowing up all millions of light years away and all this stuff, and that's all affecting things now. And affecting that space and atmosphere. And
There's literally how many volcanoes just wanting to shoot some,
Yeah,
some
that's
nasty
another-
stuff all out.
but I
of the
mean, I'm
place.
just saying, like,
That's
you know,
another point.
I'm just saying that coming from outer space. I mean, if something like that hit the Earth and destroyed most of it and set it afire and all this stuff, like, well, that's a natural. I mean,
Yeah.
that happens. We get hit. The Earth gets hit by meteors all the
Yeah,
time.
I get that, Chili, but it's not natural in the same sense as a nuclear bomb. In other words, it's
was more natural. It's not even a man-made.
yeah, but
Less expected.
like something that's made by man is like, I don't know, that's just natural more in the terms of like it's tangible. Like it's not like nobody would guess if a bunch of nuclear bombs were destroying the earth, nobody would relate that to the judgment of the Almighty.
Because
Really,
it's
but
initiated by man.
People would relate that to man, whereas if an asteroid hit the earth or a volcano popped off or a earthquake destroys a bunch of stuff, there are a lot more religious people who would go and attribute that to the judgment of the Almighty.
So you're saying because I've literally thought that. I think since I understood the what a nuclear bomb even supposedly is, I was like, well, that makes sense right there. I mean, you know, we've talked about all the time how we pointing them at each other and it's going to blow up the earth. I mean, what do you think the result of that's going to be? But what I'm saying is do you think that people almost attribute that to man and say that if that is the way that it goes, that that's not God's wrath, that that's man,
yeah, a lot of people would say that wasn't.
even though God orders all kinds of things through man. I mean, the entirety of his will is carried out through our actions, is it not?
Yeah, but the flood wasn't carried out by man, and so it was probably more obvious to the people that, like, this was an act of God. A volcano, no man set the volcano off.
I mean,
That
but
had
I
to
guess
been
just
God.
what I'm saying is just all through everything that has happened had to be. I mean, Noah building the boat. If he hadn't done that, the waters could have still came, but it would have killed him too, and there would have been nobody left. Like the preservation of man in the flood was carried out through men. It was the actions of Noah.
Yeah.
He built a boat to keep them alive. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a big part of that whole story. Like, yes, the flood waters came and man didn't hit some button that released it, but all the actions that were taken were the grand part of that plan that allowed it to even happen, because the water itself wouldn't have meant nothing.
Yeah.
It would have just meant everybody's dead, the end.
You mean God orders everything according to the counsel of his will?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say fully understand, but I understand the implications of saying that. But how do you deny that?
Well, it's
In
just
some
interesting
sense-
that you said that, because I was reading this. I was actually reading this.
I mean, I understand the implications of that. So yeah, you can go ahead.
I was reading this yesterday and I was confused. Also, we have obtained an inheritance, having been predestined according to his purpose, who works all things after the counsel of his will. Oh. Whoa.
Well, I mean,
Good night. That'll blow your socks off right there, boys and girls.
well, if you need a little logic to think about it, how could, if we all believe that this prophecy will come to pass and that God said what will happen in the end flat out, how do we think that we could do anything or say anything that led to a different result that stopped that? Like we say all the time that it has to happen. These things must come to pass. Well, if we could potentially manipulate that, well, then it may not come to pass. You know what I'm saying?
Now you're on to it, Chili.
I've been on to it. I've always said that.
You want to know what RC said? RC said,
There's some problems.
RC said, you're free. But God is more free than you are.
You have a will, huh?
Yep. Yep. Your freedom is limited.
What, we may just shut it down. What do you think? What is, my question though, is how do we understand good and evil when all things are ordered?
You just got to understand it, Chili.
You just got to understand it?
If you don't know, just call him.
Because it definitely makes you go, good and evil. You'd have a different view of that if you don't think it's man's choice that brings evil into the world. I mean, it just...
Is evil a separate entity?
Exactly.
Or is it just the absence of good or perversion of good?
Makes you think it's... I don't know. It changes your understanding of it if you don't think that man's free will choice brought it into the world.
Why did the homosexuals you was talking about have to get turned over to a reprobate mind?
Huh?
The reprobate mind. Why would they have to get turned over to a reprobate mind?
Because they didn't respond to the gospel.
Just that in and of itself.
They didn't respond to the gospel.
One time?
No. The Lord is... Listen to the sermon Blake sent me from Charles Spurgeon. He's on the daily, reaching his hand out to all men who hear the gospel. He's doing that. Question is, why don't they respond?
Well, do you think they have a choice to respond?
That's the question. I'm going to leave you guys with this. Well, I woke up this morning, it was drizzling rain. Round the curve come a passenger train. Heard somebody yodel and a hobo moan. Chili head, daddy's been a long time gone, been a long time gone.
You're getting good, Bob.
Enough said. We gotta do the super chats. Are you serious? I just played that outro and it wasn't even the outro.
Hit it again. Hit it again.
Robert E. Lee.
We had Allison Dodd come in at $4.99. Wow.
Crumbs.
What a treat. Wasn't expecting a free concert.
There you go.
Cornbread
Well,
crumbs.
you got a double on that one today.
May get a triple.
Blake the Jake.
Why is that so
$1.99.
funny?
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
There you go, boy.
I don't even
Off
understand.
the roost.
We had Elderly Bovine come in at $4.99. Chad could be featured on the Gorton's fish stick box with that hat.
Man, you said this was a fishing hat earlier.
Gordon's fish.
This is a
stick.
bucket hat.
Gortons.
Things are good too, boy.
Marty Bingham, $4.99. I applied for the basic course. If I get selected, I'm going to show y'all how to make a real documentary.
Ooh, Marty.
Well, Marty, I'm about to really get going on them basic course applications.
Basic course. Ooh,
So
Marty.
we'll see, Marty.
He came,
We'll see.
You thought the Rob course was hard, Marty. Oh.
he came back in at $4.99 and said, I'm going to call it Camping with the Calvinator. It's going to be epic.
Oh, man.
He come back in at $19.99. I'm not trying to influence the selection board, but I have some cornhole boards, a giant cooler, and a grill I can bring. I also have some sticks to use for making s'mores, just saying.
There you go.
We had Cornbread crumbs at $1.99.
Who is
Said,
this guy?
3, Calvin's Conquest. I think he's weighing in for the name of Marty's documentary,
Right,
Calvin's Conquest. We had chili beans coming in at $1.99, and they put 7 minus 3 equals 4.
There you go.
Exactly.
Oh.
3 of 7, 4, 4, 4.
Dang.
Dang.
We had Harrison Murphy, $19.99. Sean Ryan has been talking a lot about 444. A conversation between Sean and Chad would be incredible. He is a new believer, and I'm sure he has an audience that he and his audience would thoroughly enjoy you being on his show.
Let me make a statement real quick. On Wednesday, sometimes we friends like to get together and have fun. We are completely joking about the relevance of 444.
We had Tom Brandon come in at $20.
Like,
What in tarnation? You guys grow them different down there. Blake Alvey is a problem. I don't know if I'm the first one to solve it, but I always got high marks on my fit reps for problem solving.
Whoa.
He's a tough son of a gun, boy.
well, Tom is he'd grow him different too in
Not
Pennsylvania.
very tall, though.
Whoa,
That's the advantage. I mean, I wish I was shorter.
Tom's not even that short.
Pretty
He's
short.
pretty short. He probably don't weigh 120 pounds.
Yankee of the year.
Mark Stoddard, Tugboat, 1999. Glory to God for bringing the two most opposite people together 36 years ago today in marriage.
There you go. I guess it's his anniversary.
I think so.
Happy
Congratulations.
anniversary.
Good job, Corn.
We had
36
Tom
years.
Russell, $20.
Russell.
Hope everyone is doing well. If y'all want my buddy CB to feel better, don't ever let him drink that Circle K coffee again.
Amen to that.
That stuff doubles as asphalt sealant.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Could have been what it was.
Yep. You need to quit being poor, CB.
Allison Dodd come in at $4.99. Said, CB, you need to take a rest day. Drink some Hoist, go get a sack of crystals and some cake donuts from Dunkin', and you'll be 100 tomorrow.
Allison knows.
She's just trying to trick me because her husband's in the Ruck Challenge. You ain't tricking me.
John Reed, $4.99. Shameless plug, Mountain Mama Farm Classic, October 25th. Be there or be a turd.
Thank
Oh,
you,
that's
John.
going to be a good weekend. We had a meeting about the Mount Mama Farm Classic this morning.
Chili's bringing the heat.
It's going to be big.
I'm bringing the heat.
That's what you
Sign
said.
up.
Cornbread's bringing
You're
the
gonna get to
motivation.
hear-
What are you talking about?
You're going to get to hear Cornbread's first ever motivational speech, public motivational speech.
I'm glad I didn't get selected for that. Ain't you?
No, I wish it would have been me. 'Cause I
Really?
would have said, "All right, guys,
That's a lot of pressure.
Go. Go.
Tom Russell, $20.
I really love Tom.
If y'all really talk nice to me, I will come be on the podcast, but I want to sit back with your pops and help keep an eye on you guys.
Paris James, he's got the best job in the house. He almost got fired this morning.
Mike Hoffman, $4.99.
444."
Here is $4.44, so all you are not left behind.
I knew it.
The remaining 56 cents is to get Doug Wilson on. As a side note, just saw a coyote walking down the street.
Bust him. Bust him.
That's a door, Mike.
Dylan Sutter, $9.99 for Chad singing lessons.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
We had Tom Russell come in at $20.
Fun.
Tom coming in hot today.
Chad, I listened to Resurrected this morning. I think it was one of the best to date. Sorry I missed it live.
Well, thank you for listening, and thank you for the encouragement, brother.
Harvest McCullough come in at $20.
Who is that?
And you're going to like this one. This super chat is sponsored by Cousin Pooji's Dukes of Hazzard Big Wheel, the one with the handbrake. Appreciate all the content, gentlemen. Always look forward to the next episode.
I guess I'm not in on this joke.
I have no
Is that
idea.
public information?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just not in the loop on that joke.
Your daddy knows Harvest McCullough.
Really?
Yeah, he knows it.
We had McLeod Plays, $4.99. Them guitar lessons paying off. Here's a few dollars for a few more.
Thank you, sir.
If CB would come in on the harmony, this could be big.
That's a good point, CB.
Yeah, he's got a good point.
We had Cornbread Crumbs coming in at $1.99 and put Harvest, exclamation point.
Yeah.
They're all in cahoots, these people.
They are.
Blake
I
the
wonder if
J,
they don't sit
Cornbread
at Jones
Crumbs.
around a breakfast table
No, they
and
sit-
watch the podcast and type these messages in.
They sit at Frantics.
Yeah.
We had Ryan Russ, $9.99. Gallivanting recapitulating, decrepit, and crescendo, just to name a few. This podcast has really expanded my vocabulary.
Dang, you need to add that word you said a while ago. What'd you say?
Pusillanimous.
Yeah, put that in there, Ryan.
Yep.
Russ.
BW, $20. I'm pretty sure I'm in last place in the Ruck Challenge, Blake. Feeling good though. Besides everything on my body hurting, we'll keep training. BW.
These cats have really gotten after it on this Ruck Challenge.
I'm telling you, man.
They have really
For
gotten
real.
after it.
Yeah.
We had Glades Dan come in at $49.99.
Dang.
Whoa.
Somebody got to pay the parish for keeping y'all in check.
There you go.
That was for him.
We had Chuck Norris, $10.
Dang.
Dang.
Hi, Chad. I've been following you for a few years now, and I love your content. I'm 20 years old and want to join the Army with the goal of going SF. What would you advise?
Go for it, man. Get after it. Quit waiting around.
Chuck Norris and Harvest McCullough on the same podcast.
We had Brian Burris come in at $19.99. I have done so much with so little for so long, I can do most anything with nothing.
You've done it, Brian.
Yeah. Peace out, Girl Scout.
You've done it.
We had Jacob Glass come in at $4.99. Chad, I would love to interview you on Eschatology Matters podcast. It's reformed and the best eschatology podcast on YouTube. I'm also a Bud stud.
I'll check it out, buddy. But I don't know nothing about no eschatology. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you're going to interview me about that, I ain't going to have much to say about it. But I will talk about Reformed theology.
And that concludes.
Dang it, that was a good
All
one.
right. Well, we love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Lord willing, we'll see you Monday. Enough said.